तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्।
शरणं शरणं पाहि गजानना
शरणं शरणं पाहि गजानना
शरणं शरणं पाहि गजानना
शरणं शरणं पाहि गजानना
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथा
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथा
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथा
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथा
बुद्धिप्रदायक पाहि गजानना
बुद्धिप्रदायक पाहि गजानना
बुद्धिप्रदायक पाहि गजानना
बुद्धिप्रदायक पाहि गजानना
असुरनिखण्डन पाहि गजानना
असुरनिखण्डन पाहि गजानना
असुरनिखण्डन पाहि गजानना
असुरनिखण्डन पाहि गजानना
पाहि गजानन पाहि गजानना
पाहि गजानन पाहि गजानन
पाहि गजानन पाहि गजानना
पाहि गजानन पाहि गजानन
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथा
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथा
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथा
विघ्नविनाशक
शरणं शरणं पाहि गजानना
शरणं शरणं पाहि गजानना
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथा
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथा
असुर निखंडन पाहि गजानन
असुर निखंडन पाहि गजानन
पाहि गजानन पाहि गजानन
पाहि गजानन पाहि गजानन
विघ्न विनाशक गणनाथा
विनाशक गणनाथा
विघ्न विनाशक गणनाथा
विघ्न विनाशक गणनाथा शरणं शरणं पाहि गजानन विघ्न विनाशक गणनाथा विघ्न विनाशक गणनाथा विघ्न विनाशक गणनाथा विघ्न विनाशक गणनाथा गजानना हे गजवदना गजानना हे गजवदना गजानना हे गजवदना गजानना हे गजवदना गणनाथा 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 प्रणवस्वरूपा गणनाथा प्रणवस्वरूपा गणनाथा हे प्रणवस्वरूपा गणनाथा प्रणवस्वरूपा गणनाथा प्रतिपुरीश्वर गणनाथा प्रतिपुरीश्वर गणनाथा प्रतिपुरीश्वर गणनाथा गजानना हे गजवदना गजानना हे गजवदना गजानना हे गजवदना विघ्न विनाशक गणनाथा विनाशक गणनाथा गजानना हे गजवदना गणनाथा 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 प्रणवस्वरूपा गणनाथा प्रणवस्वरूपा गणनाथा प्रतिपुरीश्वर गणनाथा गजानना हे गजवदना गजानना हे गज विघ्न विनाशक गणनाथा
परतीश्वरी जगज्जननी परतीश्वरी जगज्जननी जय हे साई जननी जय जय हे साई जननी जय जय हे साई जननी जय जय हे साई जननी परतीश्वरी जगज्जननी परतीश्वरी जगज्जननी वेदकलामयी देवी भवानी वेदकलामयी देवी भवानी वेदकलामयी देवी भवानी देवी भवानी नाद विद्यामयी नारायणी नाद विद्यामयी नारायणी नाद विद्यामयी नारायणी शरणं शरणं साई मां शरणं शरणं साई मां जय 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 हे साई जननी जय 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 हे साई जननी जय 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 हे साई जननी जय जय हे साई जननी परतीश्वरी जगज्जननी परतीश्वरी जगज्जननी जय 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 हे साई जननी जय 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 हे साई शरणं शरणं साई मां
शरणं शरणं साई मां
जय 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 हे साई जननी
जय जय हे साई जननी
जय 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 हे साई जननी परतेश्वरी जग जननी
सांब सदा शिव साईश्वरा सांब सदा शिव साईश्वरा सांब सदा शिव साईश्वरा सांब सदा शिव साईश्वरा गंगाधरा हर गौरी शिवा गंगाधरा हर गौरी शिवा गंगाधरा हर गौरी शिवा गंगाधरा हर गौरी शिवा सांब सदा शिव साईश्वरा सांब सदा शिव साईश्वरा नर्तन सुंदर नटन मनोहर नटन सुंदर नटन मनोहर नर्तन सुंदर नटन मनोहर नटन सुंदर नटन मनोहर नाट्य प्रिय कर नटनेश्वरा 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 सांब सदा शिव साईश्वरा सांब सदा शिव साईश्वरा गंगाधरा हर गौरी शिवा गंगाधरा हर गौरी शिवा सांब सदा शिव साईश्वरा सांब सदा शिव साईश्वरा नर्तन सुंदर नटन मनोहर नटन सुंदर नटन मनोहर नाट्य प्रिय कर नटनेश्वरा 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 सांब सदा शिव साईश्वरा
प्रेम से गाओ पावन नाम
प्रेम से गाओ पावन नाम,
प्रेम से गाओ पावन नाम,
प्रेम से गाओ पावन नाम,
राम राम रघुनंदन रामा,
राम रघुनंदन रामा,
राम राम रघुनंदन रामा,
राम राम रघुनंदन रामा,
प्रेम से गाओ पावन नाम,
प्रेम से गाओ पावन नाम,
जय जय रामा जय रघुरामा,
जय रघुरामा,
जय जय रामा जय रघुरामा, जय साई रामा जय सत्यनामा,
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 प्रेम से गाओ पावन नाम,
प्रेम से गाओ पावन नाम,
राम राम रघुनंदन रामा,
राम रघुनंदन रामा,
प्रेम से गाओ पावन नाम,
प्रेम से गाओ पावन नाम,
जय जय रामा जय रघुरामा,
जय रघुरामा,
जय साई रामा जय सत्यनामा,
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 प्रेम से गाओ पावन नाम। युग युग की अवतार तुम्ही हो, युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो, युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो, युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो, मेरे राम मेरे श्याम शिरडी साई पर तेरा, 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 जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो, 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 अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम, अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम, अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम, अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम, सबको सन्मति दो भगवान, साई पर तेरा।
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम शिरडी साई पर तेरा।
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम शिरडी साई पर तेरा।
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम शिरडी साई पर तेरा।
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो।
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 युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो।
युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो।
मेरे राम मेरे श्याम शिरडी साई पर तेरा।
मेरे राम मेरे श्याम शिरडी साई पर तेरा।
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो।
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो।
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम।
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम।
सबको सन्मति दो भगवान।
सबको सन्मति दो भगवान।
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम शिरडी साई पर तेरा।
अल्लाह ईश्वर तेरे नाम शिरडी साई पर तेरा।
जग के पालनहार तुम्ही हो।
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 युग युग के अवतार तुम्ही हो।
परतीश्वरा परमेश्वरा।
ईश्वरा परमेश्वरा।
परतीश्वरा परमेश्वरा।
ईश्वरा परमेश्वरा।
पावन नामा साईश्वरा।
पावन नामा साईश्वरा।
पावन नामा साईश्वरा।
पावन नामा साईश्वरा।
जगदीश्वरा हृदयेश्वरा।
जगदीश्वरा हृदयेश्वरा।
जगदीश्वरा हृदयेश्वरा।
जगदीश्वरा हृदयेश्वरा।
जगदोद्धारा जटाधरा।
जगदोद्धारा जटाधरा।
जगदोद्धारा जटाधरा।
जगदोद्धारा जटाधरा।
पावन नामा साईश्वरा।
पावन नामा साईश्वरा।
पावन नामा साईश्वरा।
पावन नामा साईश्वरा।
परतीश्वरा परमेश्वरा।
ईश्वरा परमेश्वरा।
पावन नामा साईश्वरा।
पावन नामा साईश्वरा।
जगदीश्वरा हृदयेश्वरा।
जगदीश्वरा हृदयेश्वरा।
जगदोद्धारा जटाधरा।
जगदोद्धारा जटाधरा।
साईश्वरा
पावन नामा साईश्वरा
पावन नामा साईश्वरा
पावन नामा साईश्वरा
परतीश्वरा परमेश्वरा
मधुवन संचारी श्याम मुरारी मधुवन संचारी श्याम मुरारी मधुवन संचारी श्याम मुरारी मधुवन संचारी श्याम मुरारी हे मधुसूदन मुरलीधारी हे मधुसूदन मुरलीधारी हे मधुसूदन मुरलीधारी हे मधुसूदन मुरलीधारी मधुवन संचारी श्याम मुरारी मधुवन संचारी श्याम मुरारी माधव मोहन मयूर मुकुटधर माधव मोहन मयूर मुकुटधर मधुरानाथ प्रभु गिरिधारी मधुरानाथ प्रभु गिरिधारी मधुवन संचारी श्याम मुरारी मधुवन संचारी श्याम मुरारी मधुवन संचारी श्याम मुरारी मधुवन संचारी श्याम मुरारी हे मधुसूदन मुरलीधारी हे मधुसूदन मुरलीधारी मधुवन संचारी श्याम मुरारी 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 हे मधुसूदन मुरलीधारी मधुवन संचारी श्याम मुरारी
Om Shri Sai Ram. The stage is vibrant with two brilliant minds who lead their lives in education, spreading the message of inspiration, the epitome of doing good for all the forthcoming generations. Sai Ram, dear Geeta ma'am. Sai Ram, dear Roshni ma'am. Thank you so much for joining with us on this conclave. With your permission, shall we begin the conversation? Tapping on the early spiritual foundations and inspirations. Geeta ma'am, you were born into a family deeply connected with Swami and your mother contributing to the Bal Vikas curriculum. How did this spiritual environment influence your educational pursuits and early career choices?
Yes, I was very fortunate to be born into a family that came to Swami very early in 1943. So I was born into a family that was already very deeply rooted in Swami's teachings. So from my childhood, I was able to see that just by following Swami's teaching, they could transform other people by just their own behavior. I think the biggest example I had was that my parents, my brother and I, we were already there in the family, but my parents adopted two children, a brother and a sister, and brought them up, and we never really knew a difference in the way they looked after the four of us. And they just, one of them studied in Swami's college later, The other one got married to a doctor and did a lot of service. So just watching my parents doing that impacted my life. And of course, Swami being very much a physical part of our family would always say, just show love, just show love. And we would watch this in our parents. What Swami, of course, with all the activities that grew with the Sai organization from the beginning, at a very young age when he asked me to become a Bal Vikas Guru, when there was no name for the Bal Vikas as yet. But he would say, teach the children, teach the children. And I realized at a very young age that you could really impact life, society, by teaching young children. So I decided later in my life to become a teacher, pursued an education that helped me to become a teacher. Then I went to the USA. There Swami asked me to start teaching kindergarten children, though I was teaching high school in India. And he said, you can make the biggest impact with the youngest of children. So I tried to inculcate Swami's teachings with education and human values to the American children, and really found that I could transform even the parents through their children. So that was my biggest lesson, because with the love, the whole idea of just a materialistic America for the parents became more about service that they started to do through my class to the community around our school. So the parents started to participate in that. So Swami's teachings of love all, serve all, affected me by watching my parents and hearing Swami, and then later on with my education, affecting completely in a foreign country, affecting the children and the parents through the children, where even the parents started to do community service on special days through the school that I started with the education and human values. Thank you.
Certainly, ma'am. I think a small seed of transformation can grow as such a big tree.
Yes.
And with the treasure of experiences in education, Roshni ma'am, what inspired you to integrate Swami's teachings into your professional journey as an educator and a leader in South Africa?
Yes, I offer my gratitude to Swami for allowing me to be in his fold, because the inspiration I gained from his teachings came through my interactions with the leaders in my country as well. So when I speak about inspiration, I go back to my grassroots, where my mum was the person who laid the foundation for my spiritual journey. She insisted that we know about God and God's existence, and that devotion was key to our lives. Following that, I was introduced to Swami in 1975, but I only became actively involved in 1983. And that is through going into a semi-rural area, which is still there, and the center is still in existence. It's called Malagasy, Sri Sathya Sai Center of Malagasy. And that's where I was allowed this opportunity to do an EHV class, the Education and Human Values class, under a tree, because there were not enough rooms. There I just used the basic transformative tools, that is storytelling and just singing. Following that, there was another calling, because when we established a center in my area, there were children available. So I then started to teach Bal Vikas, whilst I was still learning actually what Bal Vikas was about. But do you know that when I came back home that day, Swami had left Vibhuti on the frame. So that was a very profound, inspiration for me. And since then, Bal Vikas is my passion, and so is EHV. So in my school environment, I found that we really concentrated on the secular aspect of the school curriculum. There was no holistic development, really. So through my interactions with EHV and the Bal Vikas, with permission, of course, in a school situation, you need to get permission to use different techniques. We had an enrollment of 1,200 children. I first used the breathing technique at assembly. And to bring them to attention in an assembly with 1,200 children is no easy thing. I used the breathing technique, then I used thumb meditation, and it worked like magic. So those were the two aspects that I used initially, and then I found my colleagues also were inspired to use that in their own sessions when they interacted. In my classroom, I realized that I could use the integrated method where if I'm doing a maths lesson, I used to introduce a story to do the maths lesson. So integration of the transformative techniques of like group singing, of storytelling, and silence. Silence worked very well for me in the classroom. So like that, I realized that this powerful program that Bhagwan has given to us needed to be expanded to others in the school environment itself. So firstly, what I did was when we had assemblies or when we had staff meetings, I used to do a minute silence with music. And it made a difference, but first it was like, what is this in school? But it did make a difference. So coming to the community-based schools, the secular schools, we also introduced what we call a program for the senior children in the primary school based on human values, leadership program, which this is the 15th year we are involved in that program. It has been a success, so the schools repeatedly ask us to do that. And coming to this, our Satya Sai organization, I've been continuously involved in Bal Vikas, teacher training, workshops, parents workshops. Even in school, when we had a parenting workshop, I used the tricycle analogy which Swami has given us, the teacher, the parent, and the child. And it made such an impact that the child listening to that wrote about it in an article when I was retiring from that school. So to date, in South Africa, we have many community-based programs where seva is done and also the EHV aspect is addressed with the children that come to that place. We have one such where we call it phrases, and that's where the Bal Vikas gurus, EHV teachers go and conduct those lessons. So following that, we have an institute, the Sri Satya Sai Institute of Educare in South Africa, and we are doing many courses we offer. And not only the Bal Vikas course, we have the introductory course, we have the intermediate course, and we have various other workshops, like a 2-day workshop, online, values in healthcare. Recently, we started the hospice program where we address the general staff and the caregivers of that place. So I think that's how we've been spreading EHV in South Africa.
That's incredibly beautiful, ma'am. I think one idea and Swami leads it all for us, right? Moving ahead to understand the balancing of professional life, family life, and spiritual life. Geeta ma'am, having served as an award-winning kindergarten teacher in the United States, how did you balance your professional life along with your spiritual commitments, along with family life?
I think one of the sisters who spoke before me said, that Swami was saying to her, and I think he did to me too, since I had the physical interaction, that we always have to set our priorities. So for me, when I was working as a teacher, a full-time teacher, very busy, and I could see the transformation and that was happening with the children. But at the same time, when I had my own children, and I had come here to Prashanti Nilayam, Swami said, what is the use of teaching 100 other people's children if you are not there with your own children? So that was my guide. And of course, with Swami's grace, I had the good fortune of being able to take the time off because my husband was working and I did not have the immediate financial need. So I started to look after the children and started to inculcate them with all of the Swami's teachings that I had grown up with. The one point though that I have to make here, I think, because you said, how did you balance? You know, we were young too, our children were young, we were a young couple. And it did not mean that we could have every single thing that we wanted in life, materialistically. We would want everything at a young age, but we had to make the sacrifice of putting a ceiling on those desires at the time when the children were young. So I had to give up maybe we would have had many more things if I too had worked. But the things were not so important, you know. It was more important that these two young children that came to me as God's grace, that they were my responsibility, and that I had to give them values and love. The thing about it was, you know, Swami would always say, whenever we had the opportunity to meet him, is that you have to remember that you're not only a mother, but you're also somebody who is shaping the society by the way you're going to bring up your children. So I had to balance my professional life for a long time. I worked part-time when the children grew up a little bit. I always used to be at home without leaving them in the care of other people in terms of daycares and things like that, because we lived in the US. And I was always there for them. And I could see that it made a big difference, even when they became teenagers, that I was at home when they came home from a challenging day at school, even when they were teenagers. So I think that really shaped Swami's teachings of trying to balance your life, putting a ceiling on one's desires while you're doing the balancing. And then actually, you know, motherhood, and even as a teacher, she will agree with me, that it takes time to see the result of that. So the children that I taught in kindergarten, some of them are still in touch with me. They have become professionals. Some of my Balavika students that I was teaching at the age of 15 have become mothers, teachers, and they themselves have become Balavika's gurus. But it takes time to see the results. So we have to be patient. But I think if we balance, and more than anything, if we keep praying to him to be with us while we are doing this, then the sacrifices that you have to make in cutting down your salary or whatever it is does not feel like a burden when you realize that you're just doing Swami's work through these children of your own, and then later with the society around you. So that was my experience.
That's indeed a very strong message. Thank you, ma'am. Roshni, ma'am, holding significant roles in both the mainstream education system and the Sai organization, how have you managed to harmonize these dual responsibilities, and what are some of the challenges that you faced while doing all of it?
You know, often we say, this is my work and that is Swami's work. But we all know that Swami said all work is his work. And you do my work, I will take care of your work. But having said that, it is important to, as Geeta ma'am has already alluded to this, that balance is very important in how you manage both the roles. Because you have to, in conducting your duties as a leader in these two categories, you will find there is a lapse from one activity or one sphere of work to the other. So it is important that we remember time management, how we schedule the work that we are supposed to be in either of the spheres. Because when you don't take that into consideration, then we will suffer with what we call a burnout. Because you have to do your work with excellence, and that is what Swami expects of us. In any of the spheres, you don't take more than you can handle. You have to understand that there is another category. The work life also, your work and your life at home with the family. Then there's that organization, activities, then there's your work. The whole thing forms like a triangle, and when you don't balance all three, sisters, you know, and some of you would have experienced that you want to say, I think I will throw the towel in. I will not be part of this activity anymore. And that you should never do is give up on the work that Bhagwan has given you to do. It's by no small means that he's brought you into that fold to undertake that duty. So that's one thing about the time management. The second thing is I found that when we go back to our families, Swami always puts us in a family where that family structure forms a bedrock. You can depend on them. So in my situation, since I am the director of the institute, I don't work alone. Swami is truly the director. I'm just a little conduit. He's allowed me that little bit of leeway to say, I will use you as an instrument. So what have I done with that? In answering that question, we have what we call coordinators of the various courses we offer. We have facilitators, we have mentors. So delegate, this collaboration, this delegation, because they are the ones also will make the things happen in the institute or that project. So what do I do in that? My focus would be to see that these activities are being done with excellence. So that is some of the ways, Shivani, that I feel we can balance our life and do all of these activities. The main thing to remember is that, sisters, that in the times of difficulty in coping, I always go back to Swami and say, you are the doer. Please, Swami, I need to do this and I have 1, 2, 3 things to do. So please help me to coordinate my day. Therefore, we do the morning prayer. We offer to Swami the day's events. Even if it's sweeping the home or cleaning the home, you offer it to Swami. So one quick example would be, we have many meetings. So the meetings happen in the evening. So I need to prioritize my day so I can attend those meetings. So those are the things we need to look at when we deal with our roles.
Certainly. You have given the very subtle message that surrendering is the new way of balancing things out, and thank you so much for that. Moving on to an important aspect, that is leadership and the organizational impact. Geeta ma'am, we all know that your journey includes being personally mentored by Swami and later becoming a global speaker. How has your leadership style evolved over these experiences, and what impact did it spiral across the communities you have interacted with?
Well, I didn't start out to be a leader. I just wanted to be someone that Swami would say, you're a good girl. I just wanted an acknowledgement from Swami when I started out my life as a teacher. And then as I told you earlier, I saw that somehow the way I was teaching, based on Swami's teachings, was actually impacting not only the children, the parents, but then there were other teachers in the school who would somehow find my class very different from their own, the way the children and the parents reacted to them. So finally, when I started to do this, and it was a very subtle way of doing education in human values without saying the name, because my school was a Christian school and they wouldn't have allowed me to use anything else. I just started to do it in classes, use stories, and just many activities. For example, we used to celebrate the 100th day in school. And usually the tradition in the school was the children had to bring 100 different things which they loved. So we would have children bringing in 100 dolls, 100 cars, 100 whatever. I just thought it was a very ridiculous practice actually. So I once suggested in a parent-teachers meeting is, why don't we collect 100 non-perishable food items that we can give to the local community home where they can use it down the road. So we just started that, And now in the whole school system which I worked in, that has now become the 100th day celebration, where the children bring a can of food, they collect 100 or whatever it is, but we make it into 100, 200, anyway, multiples of 100, and then serve in the society that we are. So that's how I started. And then what happened with that was, like you said, you were asking about leadership. The other schools in the area started to come and ask the director in our school, what is it that you people are doing that you're becoming so famous? Your school is becoming famous. So then I went and conducted some of the many activities that Swami suggests for Balavikas gurus to do with the children, with slightly tweaking it to suit the area in which we live. And I started to conduct many workshops for directors and teachers of other schools without once saying it was an education in human values. I just made it into a very fun thing for children and parents to do together. So it kind of, my whole idea of leadership just changed without my really knowing it, because Swami willed it that way. But once when I saw him, he said that the way you can go about life is to have joy. Not just the physical joy of acquiring something, but Jesus first, others next, and yourself last. J-O-Y. Jesus first, others next, yourself last. So I started to do that, and you asked me as a global speaker. That was again Swami's doing, because I was generally a chatterbox in class and got many remarks on my marks card saying talks too much. I think Swami decided to use it for a better purpose than just talking mundane things. So he asked me to speak around the world. And one very nice incident that happened to me actually in South Africa was I had gone for a conference there, a Satya Sai conference. And they were just taking us around to see a few places after the conference. And there were a lot of women who were selling homemade goods, that they made, scarves and things. And so everybody was passing by, including some of the brothers and sisters who were with us. But there was one lady with a small child, and I just started to talk to her because she had a child. I'm always attracted to the children. And she said that she was making the scarves to support her child. So I just called all the Sai devotees who were with me sightseeing and said, hey, she's supporting this child with these things. So everybody bought, and I just talked to her for a few minutes. And then as I walked away, she called me back and said, who is your master? So I named him, and she said, he must be a really good master. So I said, he is. So she said, because I see in the way you were interested in me and not so much in the goods that I'm selling. So that's how I hope I'm making some impact on the community around me by just representing Swami's love through me. Sai Ram.
Praying, Swami, that you get more and more power to do everything you would like to. You have held numerous initiatives, including coordinating national conferences and educational programs, ma'am. How has your leadership within the Satya Sai organization influenced the upliftment of human values in education across South Africa?
Okay, so I've been, as I said earlier, involved with the promotion of Balvikas, SSE, and EHV for many years. And then Swami granted the opportunity to be involved in the institute, which we still have, the Sri Satya Sai Institute of Educare. But it is not only I who work with this institute. We have a board, and we have facilitators, we have coordinators and mentors, so we form a circle. We all work together. But just to tell you that we again, with Swami's grace, he has allowed us to do our programs, which has reached international levels, in that we do our online courses, even Balvika's teacher training, the Education in Human Values Level 1 course, Education in Human Values Level 2. And all of the other workshops that we have, we offer it online and also face-to-face. So the technology has helped us to take Swami's Educare across the globe, so to speak, across our borders in our own country. But having said that, there are so many other initiatives that we undertake. Recently, we had an Educare conference, which was attended by about 900 people. And it brought so much of joy and, that togetherness again, spreading Swami's Educare message across. The 5 human values are the life breath of man, Bhagwan says. And we all need to know how to tap into that energy which is latent in all of us. So if we want to progress spiritually in our journey towards realizing the divinity in us, we need to understand how to manifest these values in our lives. So what we do is we take it across to even the Mahilas. Last year we had a retreat, we had workshops, empowering, like the sister said, we have to work with the mind. If you don't work with the mind, you'll be running on the spot. When we get your mind rid of the 6 enemies, then you're going to make progress in your spiritual journey. So further to that, Swami allowed us to do office bearers training. So what we did, we based it on his Educare principles. We included things like creation as to where we come from. Many of us have never gone back to that to ask where we come from, and that we need to live in harmony with nature because the elements are there and it's also in us. So that is how we were able to take EHV across. And as I said earlier, we also gone to the circular schools. Sometimes colleges, NGOs ask us to do short workshops. So we're taking it across to communities. So when we offer the level 1 introductory course, it's for all, besides devotees, it's also for communities. So when it is offered to teachers, it is structured in a certain way that the teachers would benefit from it, and also for the community it is tweaked so that the people from the workforce would also understand and benefit from that. So in a nutshell, that is how we have taken EHV across.
Beautiful. And finally, empowering all the generations sitting here. With your rich experiences in professional and spiritual domains, what guidance would you both like to give to offer all the Mahilas to integrate career growth with a life of spiritual upliftment and progress?
I think rather than me giving guidance, I would rather like to use Swami's guidance that he has given me over the years. One of the first things he told me when I was a young Balavikas guru, and there were no training at that time. There was no training camps, nothing was there. Just a few gurus who were doing the classes with a mixed group of children. The first thing when I asked Swami, how should I teach the children? How should I enrich myself? Because I myself was quite young. He said, how do you spell my name? So, Sai Baba S-A-I-B-A-B-A. So he said, let's start with the second part of my name, B-A-B-A. It stands for be aware, be alert. B-A-B-A. Be aware, be alert. So he said, be aware, be alert at your own thoughts, words, and actions individually. Take care of your thought, minds, and actions by being aware, be alert. Next, at the next level, around the people around you, be aware, be alert of the people around you. Does somebody need help? Does somebody need water? Does somebody need something else? Be aware, be alert of the people around you and see if somebody needs something. And then at the community level, see what the community needs and how you can help them. We just heard the other sister who has taken that so seriously about the community. Be aware, be alert. He said, that is my name. But if you do that with love, if you're all the time aware of your thoughts, words, and actions around you, of the people around you, and the community around you, then the first part of my name will happen, which is S-A-I. See Sai, always in all. See Sai, always in all. So if you do that, so that was the spiritual guidance I have. And if all my sisters here try to practice that in the smallest way possible, it doesn't have to be a big thing. I think in our own little ways, we can make a change around us.
Certainly, certainly.
So sisters, taking up from where Sister Geta left off, all I want to say is that you are the Shakti force. You are the feminine divine force. Swami has given you these 7 virtues. Why don't we manifest that? Be alert and be awake and be alive to that divinity that exists in you. He's given us this beautiful opportunity to progress. You know, the divine Mother Ishwarama, we learned from her life. She was a mother, then she became a star pupil of Swami. She evolved as a devotee and she merged with him. We have all that same opportunities that the mother had. So why don't we, in this 100th year of Swami's advent on this earth, reignite that Shakti that is within us. Recommit ourselves to the path that Bhagwan has given us. So that is the message I'd like to leave you with. You have the potential. You have the potential to be a leader. After all, you are the mother. And the nature is mother. Without the mother, what this world would be like. So take this opportunity given to us, reignite that energy force that is within all of you. This is a sacred time that we are spending together. Make it count when we leave this conference. Jai Sai Ram.
Dear Roshni ma'am, dear Geeta ma'am, we are deeply, deeply grateful for sharing your journey and insights with us. I'm certainly sure that your words have touched many hearts and gave a gentle reminder that anything we do in life, but we walk hand in hand with Swami and He will take care of everything.
ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धवा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे मातपिता गुरुदैवमु मरियन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मरियन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्रशयन ॐ जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी हो साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंधुको मंगल आरती अंधुको मंगल गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
वर्ष